Hey everyone, this is Fiddle Ranger Raven, and I'm back with my weekly comic book review roundup. And yeah, I ended up reading 6 comic books this week, so let's go over them. The first comic book I'm going to talk about is Empyre Issue number 1. Now, Empyre is Marvel Comics' current main comic book event that they do every year. So, Empyre deals with the war between the Skrulls and the Krees. They have teamed up, however, their union or teaming up means that they are coming towards the moon in order to fight another alien race by the name Kotati. Now, Kotati are these plant people, and yeah, Empyre 1 opens up with the Fantastic Four talking to Hulkling because Hulkling is the figurehead because of his parentage. He's half Kree and half Skrull, so he is the perfect figurehead for reuniting these two races that have been fighting each other for like centuries. Anyway, the Fantastic Four are trying to figure out why Hulkling wants to attack the Kotati, and while Hulkling is trying to explain his reasons, we have Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America, Black Panther, Ghost Rider, and Thor on the moon. And apparently, the Kotati have created their own little region on the moon. And yeah, and they want the Avengers to help them because, as far as the Kotati are concerned, the Kree and the Skrull are coming towards the moon in order to kill their race and make them extinct. So of course Iron Man can't let that happen. So anyway, an argument ensues. Everyone's fighting, and yeah, this issue is written by Dan Slott and L. Ewing, and I am interested in this event because it focuses on Hulkling, and you know that Hulkling and Wiccan are arguably the most famous gay couple in the comic book world. So for Marvel Comics to revolve a major event around Hulkling and by association Wiccan is quite impressive. So that's what interests me. However, comic book events are usually mixed bags. A whole lot of characters end up acting weirdly because the plot demands them to act a certain way. And I think that Empyre Issue 1 is another example of that. The fact that Iron Man, Captain America, T'Challa, and other heroes couldn't really see that the Kotati were lying or they were a bit suspect, it doesn't sit well with me. However, I am interested in seeing how this event pans out, and yeah, I really want Hulkling and Wiccan to have a talk about what's happening, and also with the Kotati's ability to control plant life. I am wondering how that's going to impact Krakoa and how the X-Men will react. And there was also this amazing panel where Hulkling was able to stop a millionaire, Mjolnir, right? Mjolnir, and yeah, that was a very good panel. Up next, we have Fantastic Four issue number 21, which is basically an Empyre tie in. And while the grown ups are dealing with Hulkling in space, Val and Franklin end up leading these two alien kids, a Kree, an alien kid Kree, and a Skrull kid. They bring them back to Earth, and yeah, apparently Val needs help, so she sends out a message, and Wolverine and Spider Man show up, and I'm like, I really would have liked writer Dan Slott to bring other characters into this comic book because Wolverine and Spider-Man are quite predictable choices, but yeah, it was an okay issue for me. Also, the little alien girl seems to have some kind of connection with Alicia, right? So yeah, I'm looking forward to learning more about that. Then we have Strikeforce issue number 8 by writer Teeny Howard, and you all, I am a huge fan of Wiccan, and I am basically reading this comic book series because of Wiccan. However, 8 issues in, and my enjoyment has been quite inconsistent. I do enjoy reading some of the issues, while I didn't enjoy reading other issues. And issue number 8 is one that I didn't particularly enjoy because it focused a whole lot on Angela. Now there were some good moments with Angela and her character development, but I really want Howard to like focus on Wiccan and the other characters. Next up, we have Giant Size X-Men Magneto Issue number 1 by writer Jonathan Hickman. And Jonathan Hickman has a plan for the X-Men. We don't necessarily know his end game, but whenever he's writing a comic book, I am all attention. And yeah, Giant Size X-Men Magneto Issue number 1 ended up being very enjoyable. Basically, Emma wanted a favor from Magneto. She wanted Magneto to get her an island, and that island belonged to Namor. So we saw Magneto and Namor teaming up. They go underwater because Namor is finding a group of scientists that work for him, and Magneto opens a sealed door, and a Kraken comes out, and then there's this weird puzzle they have to fix. But yeah, it was a very enjoyable issue, and now Emma now has ownership of the island, and she has Magneto build this weird building with a sentinel head on it. So I'm really excited to see what she has planned. And also Magneto ended up pocketing this weird key, which I'm like, yeah, Magneto is going to use that somehow, right? Next up, we have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue number 51, and the fact that this series has been going on for 51 issues and I am basically enjoying every installment is amazing. So kudos to Ryan Parrott for writing such an enjoyable series. So basically this issue had the Power Rangers trying to figure out what to do with the crazed Dracon from another reality. And yeah, if Dracon is fleeing from something, then you need to be worried. So it made sense to see that the Rangers were quite scared about what's going to happen. And while they are dealing with Dracon, Lord Zed returns to Earth, and he ends up giving these power-ups to his minions. So I'm really excited to see all of the trouble that the Rangers will have to face down the line. The last comic book we have is the Old Guard Force Multiplied issue number 5, which basically serves as a sequel to the live-action Old Guard movie. And if you guys haven't watched the Old Guard movie on Netflix, I want you to go and watch it right now. It's amazing. I did an entire review of it for the Geekiary. The link to that will be down in the comment section below. And also, if you guys don't want spoilers, then yeah, thank you for sticking for this long with me during this weekly comic book review roundup, because I am going to share spoilers featured in the Old Guard Force Multiplied. So if you don't want the sequel film to be spoiled for you, I bid you goodbye. So if you guys are still here, so yeah. So Force Multiplied sees the return of Noriko, and that character was changed to a character named Quinn in the film. So she's basically the same person. Anyway, Noriko ended up trapping Andy in the back of the car, in the trunk, and she ended up throwing that car into the ocean because she wanted Andy to drown and feel what she had to live with for centuries. Anyway, Andy is able to free herself, and she goes to Noriko, and they have this kind of standoff. So basically, because Andy and Noriko love each other, there are a whole lot of emotions that Andy has to deal with. And yeah, even though these people are immortals, they have made mistakes, they are human, and they have to live with these regrets for hundreds and thousands of years. And this issue ended up with Andy teaming up with Noriko because Andy's team left her alone. And Greg Rucka is going to give us the third installment in this story, and I think it's going to be called The Old Guard Fade Away or something. And if it's time for Yusuf and Nikki to die, I really hope that they die together. And yeah, I think that in the third and the final installment, we are going to see Niall, Booker, Yusuf, and Nikki having to fight Andy and Noriko to save humanity, and I'm really excited. But so yeah, let me know if you are a fan of the Old Guard, and what do you think is going to happen in the final story. These were the 6 comic books that I ended up reading this week, and the fact that not a single DC comic made my list is quite unfortunate because I am a fan of DC comics, but nothing grabbed my attention this week. Anyway, I will be doing written reviews of all of these comics for the Geekiary. The link to the review will be down in the comment section below. Let me know if you guys picked up any of the comic books that I mentioned here. Which ones were your favorite? Did you enjoy Empyre Issue number 1? Let me know, and until next time, stay happy, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.